Hey everybody, welcome to another After Effects CS6 tutorial. My name is Buddy Blackford, and today I want to show you how to make 3D text inside After Effects. Now this is a new feature in CS6 and you won't be able to do it this way in CS5 or below. So let's just get right into it. The text right here I created all within After Effects, and I didn't use anything except for a light, text, and a camera. So I'm going to delete this out and I'm going to show you how to do this from scratch, and I'm going to set my settings back to what they were. Alright, I'm back and I deleted everything and we can start from scratch. The first thing that I'd like to do is I need to add in some text. So let's go to Layer, New, Text, and we'll just type in whatever we want to add in here. So I'm adding in the New Boston, and you want to pick a text that will work well in 3D, and you'll have to pretty much experiment with that. Let's go into a new setting here, and it's up here at the top where it says Renderer, and right here it says Classic 3D. Well, we want to click on that, and it's going to bring us to our composition settings. See, you probably remember this page. So if you click on the Advanced tab in your composition settings, you can change this renderer here to Ray Traced 3D. Now this allows us to show things in 3D within After Effects, and it renders it within the composition preview panel. So we're going to make this 3D and put it back into the center. Actually, I'm going to create a new camera because my camera is all messed up from me moving it around. So I'm going to create a new camera and just name it whatever. So now it's straight on and not all over the place. We're going to go into our twirl down options here, and we have some new things like geometry options and material options. We're going to toggle down a geometry options, and we have 4 options here: bevel style, angular, concave, and convex. So this, if I click on one of these, I'm going to put it on angular. And then we have the bevel depth, hole bevel depth, and extrusion depth. So the one to make it more 3D is this extrusion depth down here. So let's increase that, and then we'll take our camera tool there, and then we'll pan around, and we can see that we've got some 3D here. Well, we can't really tell how good it looks because, I mean, there's no lighting or anything like that. So let's add in a new light. So let's go to Layer, New, Light, and hit OK. And now we've got some 3D looking stuff going on here. We can increase the bevel depth. I'll zoom in, and you can see along the edges here where it's a little bit lighter gray. That's the bevel. That's what that's called, and that brings it out to make it pop off and look more 3D. Pretty much everything in real life has at least a small bevel, unless it comes like straight to like a point and it's a sharp point, then that won't have a bevel. But most things do. So we can increase the bevel depth a little bit. That's too much. There we go. And you can see how it makes it pop off a little more, makes it more 3D. Now I'll just go through these real quick, and you can see how they differ from each other. That's a concave, where the bevel kind of slides in and then comes up. And this is convex, where the bevel comes out and then goes in. So I'll use my pen tool real quick to kind of show you how it's doing it. The convex will come out like this. Oh, that's not very good. it'll come out like this, and then the concave will come out. Pretend this is on like the edge of your letter there. The concave will go in. Oh. Like that. So there's a rudimentary little drawing there, but to show you concave and convex, let's get those off. Angular is kind of like straight. So now we have gone over these besides the hole bevel depth, and this works on things like these holes in the E or the O, and if I move them down, just check out how that's opening up there. So that's the hole bevel depth. So we can, that's all of these options here I've gone over. Now let's twirl that up, and then we've got these material options, which basically shows the different, how it's going to reflect and how much shine and all that stuff is going to go on. So the material is actually like the texture that's on there. The color here is determined by the color of your text. So I made this one kind of silver. So you can come down here and mess with these settings. Diffuse here is whether it's lighter or darker. So I moved the diffuse to 100% and it's a lot lighter, and I move it to 0 and it's a lot darker. You've got your specular here, which is kind of like fake reflection. And that brings up like the brightness and things like that. And then there's specific values you can put into these that will bring like certain colors. Like you can get something that's silver, or you can get like a gold color or gold texture, and then you can possibly make water. I'm not sure if that's possible in this yet, but in other 3D programs, if you put in the right values, you can get water. And it's all kind of like based on some like science and other things like that. I usually have to look them up because I can't remember all these values off the top of my head, and someone will have written them down on the internet somewhere. Now there is another section here that isn't totally apparent, but if you click on this animate button right here, it brings up a whole different type of whole different bunch of texture options on here, where I could change like the color of the front if I wanted to, and I could make that like a dark, like a white or something, or like a black, or whatever I want, whatever color I want to make it. Same thing for, you can do the bevels, and then you can do the right side and the left side to make a bunch of different colors on there. And then there's a whole bunch of other options here that I can go over at another time, where you can adjust certain sections of your text to get a lot more fine-tuning. So that's the basics of creating your 3D text. You have to set up a 3D camera, make your text 3D, change your renderer to ray traced 3D, add in a light, and adjust your options, adjust your bevel depth and your extrusion depth to get basic 3D. So thank you for watching this tutorial. Remember, this is only in After Effects CS6. I wanted to also let you know that the previews here affect how much time it's going to take to render your image. So if I have it on fast draft right now, I use that so I could go through quickly and not have to render everything. So if I put it on final quality and it renders it out, it's going to look much better and nicer. The other ones out here I'll go over in the next tutorial, and I'll see you guys at that one so we can learn how to work efficiently in After Effects using the new 3D renderers.